Happy Cake Tuesday, all my friends. Guys, I am so excited because we're making an umbrella cake today. And let me tell you guys, I am on limited time with this thing, and it's funny because it's going to take me a while, but it is a finicky little cake, so I've got to work kind of quick here. I'm just going to start. Okay, and I saw the picture. I love the picture. I truly did. But I kind of want to make my own spin on this cake because I want to incorporate some buttercream flowers because I love buttercream flowers. And I want to tell you guys too, how I did this. I really wanted to show you how, or tell you how. So it's a regular cake, like you normally make a regular cake, and then you just kind of cut into the cake to kind of make it like a dome, rounded, right? Then you cover it in frosting, and then you cover it with ganache, and then you cover it with a layer of fondant. I actually put 2 layers of fondant on this guy, and the top I'm actually keeping it as buttercream because I want to be able to have something to stick my flowers to. So I made a whole bunch of little flowers, you guys. I'm gonna stick those on the top, but before I do, I kind of want to create my lace effect to the cake. And I'll tell you guys too, I totally can appreciate all of the amazing fondant work that was done. But I'm going to replicate this in buttercream. I can do it in fondant. I love buttercream. So I'm going to make my umbrella with buttercream. Just grabbing some of my tools here. And I did have to use some of a paste to get everything to stick. It was a piping gel I had to use to try to make sure that this fondant would stick to the cake. So, all right. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of my buttercream here. Now I'm putting the buttercream on top of the fondant layer. So it's gonna be buttercream decorations all around, okay? So I'm gonna show you here. I'm taking my 70 tip from the Sunnyside Bakery, and I'm just gonna kind of make my little ruffles here, okay? So I'm working kind of quick, you guys, because like I said, I have got a lot of ground to cover, and this little guy can be finicky. I don't want him to fall apart. I'm trying to not make a disaster, but you know, it might happen. Just keeping it real, you guys. So I'm just going around and putting some buttercream ruffles all around, okay? Not any which ways, nothing's looking too perfect. We're just trying to get some ruffles. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go from the bottom up, and I wanna tell you too, oops, I forgot this little piece. I gotta make a little tiny piece that makes it look like the tip of the umbrella. What's up, everybody? How's it going? We're making an umbrella cake for all of you guys who are just tuning in. I'm really excited about this one. I saw it, I was like, oh, it's so beautiful. I would love to be able to make that live. So you guys chose this one over the teacup. I love the teacup too. I really do. And who knows, I might put it up again for another option in the coming days ahead. We'll see. So just sticking that little piece right there. Just sticking it right there to make it look like it is a part of that umbrella. Okay, now I'm going to just go in and kind of make some ruffles here. So I'm going to just build up some ruffles all along the side. And just like, you know, those beautiful little like parasols, you know. That's what this is gonna look like. One of those beautiful ruffly parasols. Hopefully by the time I'm done, I'm gonna cover it with some flowers. You guys are gonna see tons of flowers all over this. So, okay. I keep on trying to make some ruffles over the side here. And let me see. This one was a little jagged. Let me wipe that off. It's kind of, I want to make sure that it's the right direction, and it looked like it was a little sideways. So I'm just going to keep on trying to keep it straight. All right. And along the base here, up through here as well. All right, I think we got the basic part of the parasol or the umbrella. Now I'm going to do another ruffle. I'm going to do another layer of ruffles around the ring of the cake too, because I want to kind of cover up any seams from the fondant. Okay, so just kind of gonna go around and make some nice buttercream ruffles. Oh, it's so much easier to do ruffles than it is fondant. I mean, fondant's nice. It really creates for a nice seamless design. Okay, but I will tell you, it is very, very time consuming. So a little buttercream didn't hurt nobody. Never hurt nobody. Okay, so here what I'm gonna do is I'm just adding a little more buttercream. All right, so now I'm just putting this layer here. This is going to be just kind of the base for us to kind of stick our little flowers onto. And before I do that, I want to take my little handle, and this handle was made, it's a wooden dowel, and it's also a wire, so it's one of those hard wires you have to get to be able to put the fondant around. You have to be able to wrap it, okay? And I did use some adhesive tape to stick in between the wooden dowel, and I used it for, sorry, I'm trying to concentrate. I used it for to stick the wooden rod to the wire, and then I wrapped it in fondant. Now I'm trying to stick this in here without messing up my stick. So I'm gonna grab a wooden dowel, another wooden dowel, and this is going to be what I'm going to use to make sure that it kind of paves the way for the next dowel that I'm going to use, because I can't use too much pressure when I'm putting this in. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of set it right there. There we go. You see what y'all are looking at. Okay, cool. All right, now it's time for the fun part, the flowers. Okay, so guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a bunch of these pink flowers all around so that it looks like it's pretty even all around the cake here. And then I'm just going to assemble. I have a ton of fondant flowers, and you know what, I thought they're cute, but I'm like, if we could just put in some spring colors in here, not just pink and white. That's what I intend to do. Maybe some other shades of pink to kind of, you know, make it a little more fancy. Hi guys. Hey everybody. Hey, hey. Happy Cake Tuesday. All right. Now I've got some other pretty ones. I'm just kind of getting them so that they're all over the edge here. And then I'm going to add the buttercream ones to kind of fill it out a little bit. So I'm just kind of placing them around. Just gonna just make it look, I'm trying to see what you all are looking at so it doesn't look too crazy. But there are so many kinds of flowers you can do. Now, here's another one. I've got these little guys, they're pretty too. So I'm gonna put these all throughout. These kind of look a little bit more like, I would say more like a lily kind of kind of looks like a little bit of like a poinsettia too. So I'm just gonna keep on sticking these guys. These ones have little pearls in them. And y'all know I'm trying to make sure that I show you guys, but the camera is a little bit further away than it usually is because I'm trying to make sure that you all can see the whole entire cake. But I feel like if I have some fondant flowers and I add the other accent of buttercream, it's gonna make it look really cool. I feel like that's a little bit better than just the regular fondant flowers. Okay. I'm expecting a new oven delivery, and I wonder if he's here because I heard a big truck outside. That would be interesting. That it would come right now. My Auntie Sophia is manning the door, so she'll take care of it. Okay, so now what do they say? April showers brings May flowers. That's what we got going on here. It's almost May, you guys. Let me see. Okay, so I have, and I'm adding a little bit of some color, you guys. So I have some purple buttercream that I'm going to add here. Some little purple roses. Or they're little flowers, not necessarily roses, but just little flowers. So I feel like when we put it all together, it's gonna be so pretty. Just squeezing these are Russian tips, okay? So it makes life so much easier. I know some of you guys are cake decorators, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you have a Russian tip, because all you have to do is squeeze, and then you can get the design, the color, the shape of the flower that you're looking for. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna add a little bit of some pink. So now you're gonna get a two-tone flower, which is a nice little hack here. I'm gonna stick this. Whoops. Some white in here, and I'm gonna squeeze this together. When I do this, it's gonna mix it in the bag for me. Oops. Okay, and now just gonna squeeze that in. Okay. So now I'm just gonna squeeze and make these little flowers all around. And I want to be careful, like I don't want all of the pretty fondant flowers to be covered up, so I'm going to take some off and then replace them because they're just they're so pretty. All of it's pretty. I don't want anything to be covered up too much. But I love the two-tone. That just makes such a pretty effect. Isn't that cool, you guys? You see this little dainty little parasol? Okay. Now, I'm looking and I'm thinking, I mean, I could just keep it with these colors. I could. But I kind of think, I don't know. I think I might add a touch of some green. Just a little bit. And the kind of green that I'm going to add is just going to be enough to kind of help fill in some of the gaps like I have this little 1M tip, and I can put a couple little stars in here to kind of help, just to kind of cover up any gaps. But I think if I add some green, it's gonna really look really pretty. And the kind of green that you use is important, because you don't want it to be something that's super, you know, heavy and dark. You kind of want like a marshy green, like a little bit like a eucalyptus green, and that's what I'm trying to go for here. So just gonna make little tiny leaves around and just help it to look nice and delicate and pretty. So here we go. Yes, I feel like that really makes it pop. What do you think, you guys? I love how it's turning out. I love how it's turning out. A lot of the work was off camera, okay? A lot of it. I mean, it took me some time. And I am so glad to do this with you guys. Okay, so just a couple more leaves, just to kind of make it look like a little floral explosion. I think we've done it. I think we've done it. This is great. Wow. You guys see this? It is a nice, lovely little parasol. I gotta be careful, because look, check the bottom. It wants to start folding on me. I gotta be really careful. I gotta get this guy in the fridge so it can set. When it sets, all of the fondant is going to get hard. It's going to all look like it's one piece here. And I had to use a little bit of this piping gel. This stuff works really well. It's a really wonderful adhesive. And so it really helped to shape it. Thank you so much for all of your hearts, for all of your likes, and all of your love. Guys, I hope you have an amazing day. And thanks for making this cake with me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.